And yes, you're right, it's us again. My name is Richard Story, and I'm joined by my extraordinarily incredible friend. Let's see if he remembers his name this time. You are...
Mark Cameron.
Just for a moment, I thought you'd forgotten the last bit. But welcome, dear listener, once again to another scintillating episode of A Jolly Good Natter over coffee and biscuits. In fact, before I say another word, I'm going to take a sip of this delectable coffee. Now, we have to tell you, first off the bat, that this episode today almost didn't happen because we had a bit of a technical issue with the microphones, didn't we?
We certainly do.
Well, not a technical issue with the microphones, we just couldn't find them.
Yes. I was hunting high and low last night for them. I did text Richard to mention I have a slight issue that I can't find the microphones and I will be looking for them again in the morning. I looked for them first thing in the morning, and to which I texted him and said, I can't find them.
Still couldn't find them.
So he called me.
What did I call you? Oh, yes.
Yes,
sorry,
you
yes.
called me and we had a quick discussion and we decided that we're arranging for another day. And we both said, jokingly, I bet that I will find it at some point in the morning after the phone call.
Yes.
So I read a book for about 3 to 4 pages and then I got alerted by a fly to clean my flower pots because sometimes flies do go on the flowers down there. So while I was hoovering and cleaning around the flower pots, I saw the microphones on the floor next to some scooters and a skateboard.
See, now if you'd asked me, I would have told you that's exactly where they were going to be. On the floor next to the scooters and skateboard, down where the flies were buzzing around the flowers. I mean, that was the obvious place, really.
Yes. So I'm glad that it was only one fly, by the way, but it was a sign. So I'm glad that I got the microphone so we can do the fantastic podcast.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, I'm glad that we managed to get it working and everything because, it occurs to me that these podcasts really, when you discover something like that these podcasts are really quite educational. I mean, at the end of each session, I go home and I say to myself, well, that taught me a lesson.
I bet.
Anyway, so have you had a good week?
Yes, I have. What have I been up to this week?
Well, before you answer, let me just clarify what I meant by that question. Because whenever I ask people, have you had a good week, they always assume I'm meaning the previous 7 days up to that point. But I actually was asking in a more general sense. Have you ever had a good week ever?
I have. I've had lots of good weeks.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Yes. Anyway, go on. You were about to say.
Yes, I'm just trying to remember what I got up to, actually.
It was obviously very exciting then.
Yeah. Oh, lots of DIY again. I set up a new wall unit in my bedroom, so that took me about 2 hours.
Oh, that was the thing with all the books in the wrong shelves or the wrong place?
That was for my living room. That was a bookshelf that we spoke about on the last podcast.
I remember that.
But this is actually a unit for clothes and things like that, like a wardrobe.
Well, I'm glad that that you got all that sorted out, really.
Yes.
And on the subject of clothes and everything, I do like those shoes you're wearing. Are they rented?
They go with the outfit.
I see.
They got red around the trimmings with my red jacket on.
Colour coordinated.
Yes.
That complements each other, each item. Yes. Okay. Glad about that. And you do actually own it.
Yes. So how's your week been?
Well, no, all my beans are quite strong, actually.
Yeah?
Yes. But I just thought of that on the spur of the moment. Is there no stopping me? Right. Okay. Yes, I've had a good week because I'm in the middle of rehearsing a two-man show that is almost reached its first performance, which we're actually doing next Wednesday.
Oh, fantastic.
Although by the time the dear listener is listening to this, it was probably already been and gone. But the reason I mention it is because, remember we were speaking recently about the possibility of having guests on our podcast to join us for these scintillating conversations. And his name is Pete. And he has expressed very strong interest in being our guest on one of these shows. So that's what will happen soon. Coming soon to a podcast near you.
What we will do, we will put a link in the description for one of his musical.
Oh yes, could do that. Yes.
Tracks that he has done with yourself.
Well,
we could do that.
There are a great many of them. Yes,
Yes.
we've worked together on and off for over 20 years now.
Fantastic.
I mean, he's been my friend for about 25 years, and I've been his friend for about a fortnight. And if you have any questions that you'd like us to put to him, or indeed questions on anything else, or topics that you want us to talk about, don't forget you can reach us by sending us an email at ajollygoodnatter@gmail.com, and we are standing by now to take your messages.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
So yes, other than that, so your week has been good.
Yeah, well, so as I say, we had this rehearsal,
Yeah.
and it went very well.
Mm-hmm.
And before you go live with a performance like that, it's always nice if you can do a sort of trial run of it first somewhere in front of an audience that, you know, even if they're nasty to you, no one will ever know about it.
Right, okay.
So we are actually going to play the show once for a group, and I can't remember the exact name, but it's something like the Nattering Knitters. And it's basically a group of sweet old ladies who get together and do their knitting, and they chat at the same time, much like we do here on these very podcasts.
Fantastic.
Except we don't do knitting, of course. That's maybe something we should consider. But yes, so we're going to go and do this show for all these sweet old dears, and just see what the feedback is.
Fantastic.
But in particular, you see, it's only when you actually do a run through like that, you know, where you can't stop, you can't say, can we just do that bit again, blah blah blah. That's where, if there are any flaws or weak spots, that's when you discover them.
Practice makes perfect, though.
Well, actually, now people say that practice doesn't make perfect. What practice does is it makes you more adept at covering up the mistakes.
Well, there you go.
There you go, you see, and there speaks the voice of experience.
Well, then people won't know it's a mistake because.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
You try and cover it up. So whatever happens, that's what you wanted.
Yeah.
You see, even if it isn't what you wanted, that's what you wanted.
Fantastic. I like it.
Yes.
I like it. Okay.
Yes. Good coffee, by the way.
Thank you. We've got to say happy birthday as well to the dear listeners as well.
Oh, yes. Well, we did that once already, but we can do it again.
So is it your week to sing happy birthday?
Yes, go on then.
Yeah, so Richard is going to sing happy birthday for the listeners out there whose birthday it is today.
Well, even if it's not your birthday today, whenever your birthday is, we just want to make sure you have a happy birthday. So if I'm 364 days early, you know, apologies for that, but, you know, it's nice to be the first one on the list sometimes. Here we go then. How does the rest of it go? Oh, I forgot.
Yes, and that was actually Richard, by the way. That wasn't a soundboard. That was actually Richard's voice.
Don't ridicule me. I've been practicing that for weeks.
That's you practicing.
No, I've done the practice.
So you know, a minute ago, you mentioned practicing. You managed to cover your floors.
Yes, carpets included.
I think you need to maybe see a professional, not even practice, just see a professional outright, because that was.
Was it not very good?
It needs a little bit of work. Let's just say that.
Well, okay. In that case, could I ask a favour? Could you show me how it's done? I'm sure all the listeners would like to know. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Mark Cameron with his own customised and full of finesse version of Happy Birthday. Go.
That was brilliant, wasn't it? Okay, thank you very much. That was fantastic. That was brilliant. Okay, I'm surprised you're not clapping.
Well, I'm not actually.
That was brilliant. I mean, I'm singing very well.
I'm not doing it, and am I surprised that I'm not? But there we go. If you're surprised, that's fine.
It's okay. It's okay.
You're very kind. Right, shall we do a taste test?
Oh, we did it earlier today. Okay, sure.
Oh, sure. Well, no, wait. If you're not hungry, we can do it later.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's mix it up.
Well, this is quite an interesting one, because the reason why this caught my eye. Now, this is McVitie's Gold. Have you had this before?
I have.
Oh, so you already know it then?
Yes.
All right. Well, you don't need to have one then. I can keep them all myself. But the reason why it caught my eye was because of what it says on the side. It says crunchy biscuit bars with a unique gold coating. Now, I don't think it's real gold. I mean, they weren't that expensive. And even if it was, it would break your teeth, wouldn't it? But this is going to be no surprise to you. You already know.
I do.
I don't know how I even bothered coming then. Do you still want one?
Oh, certainly.
Oh, all right then.
I'm not going to say no.
But maybe the first time you had one, or however many times you've had them before, maybe you didn't think to give it a mark out of 10.
But I'll just, for your sake,
yes,
I will say that I'll pretend that I've never had one of these before.
That's
for your sake,
good
okay?
plan, yes. Just, dear listener, just pretend you didn't hear that, and pretend that we're just both opening these for the first time ever. Well, these exact ones we are opening for the first time ever. I hope no one else has opened them.
So
right.
I'll let you open it first.
Right. Oh, I see. A unique. Oh, I see. Well, it's not really a gold coating. It's just a sort of off yellow icing, isn't it?
Yes.
I thought it was going to be all sort of shiny and glitzy and impressive.
Because the packaging is a gold colour.
Yes, it is. Well, it says gold in letters on the top.
So
maybe that's what they meant by a gold coating. Well, let's see. It's all in the taste, isn't it?
It is.
It's all right. I think it's more crunchy than tasty.
It is, isn't it?
It's only at the very end, just when you finally swallow it, you get a bit of a sugar kick. But apart from that, I'm not so sure that this one scores particularly highly.
It's okay. It's not fantastic.
By the way, why are all these flies flying around here? They heard your story about the keys.
Probably.
The microphones, I mean. They keep appearing. What are they doing? Go away.
As long as you don't eat one.
As you know, I do video exams. People send me their videos and I have to mark them and decide if they pass or not. And one of the things they have to do before they start is they say, I'm going to play this piece by so-and-so, this piece by so-and-so, this piece by so-and-so. And one of the ones I did yesterday was a singing exam. And he said, and my final song is Some Enchanted Evening. Have you heard that one? Some Enchanted Evening? I have not. It's from South Pacific, I think. The music is South Pacific. By Rodgers and Hammerstein. And he said, I'm going to do Some Enchanted Evening by Rodgers and Hammersmith. So Hammerstein became Hammersmith, which I just thought was quite funny. But there you go. Maybe he's right, and we all the rest of us have been wrong for all these decades.
Maybe
the guy whose name it was got it wrong.
So what mark do you give the gold biscuit?
I don't want to say 5.5. That's a bit too unkind. But I don't think it's quite 6. So I'm going to break with tradition and give it a 6-.
6-? That's not a real score.
Well, I could say 5.5, but I think that's unkind.
So the gold biscuit, 5.5.
Oh, you're going to go 5.5 as well?
No. I'm writing you 5.5.
Oh, even though that's not what I said.
It's because you're too scared to say it, that I'm saying it for you. That's fine.
we might be had up under the Trade Descriptions Act.
No, you're allowed to have an opinion.
Okay, well, that's your opinion.
Oh, you're right. It is my opinion. And what my opinion for this one, my actual opinion for the biscuit, I'll give it...
Ooh, the suspense. I just can't wait to hear what this outcome is going to be.
Yes, it is just simply white chocolate with crunch. There isn't anything special about it. It's just white chocolate with crunch.
Yes.
They advertise it as something more. I'm going 4.5.
4.5. Oh, right. There you go. I wonder whether there will ever come a day where, when we have one of our taste tests, whether one of us will say, 10 out of 10, and the other says 0 out of 10, whether we will diverge to that degree, or whether we're always going to be... We have always been fairly close with our...
Yeah, definitely.
Or maybe what we should do is we should do the taste and then write down our scores without saying anything and then talk about it afterwards, because maybe we might be influencing each other by our own opinions.
Certainly, but remember, I've had this before.
Oh, yeah, so it's a bit of a skewed result, isn't it?
For me, I already know. I've eaten them before, and it's not been my favourite.
Right. See, in legal circles, they could say, that's not a fair trial.
I know.
Yeah, oh, well.
Yeah.
Never mind. Well, we do have some other treats here, and I think we've got the Maltesers one, which we did last time. We've got this one we did last time. We've also got these Rocky biscuits, which are quite nice, and Wagon Wheels, which we have had before, but I don't think that was part of the taste test. We just were scoffing them like greedy boys. But we can do another taste test if you want, or you can just eat them without doing a taste test, or you can talk about something else altogether. I don't mind. The choice is yours.
Well, I was going to give you an update on the BP guy.
Oh, yes. The security fellow.
Yes. You know, on the last episode, that may get broadcasted because when we was walking around, where you sounded a bit wheezy at some points.
I can't tell you how gratified I am to know that you're so concerned for my well-being. Dear listeners, what we're referring to here is the last episode. We didn't just sit down and talk. We actually walked as we talked and commented on things that we could see in this beautiful park. And when we played it back afterwards, the microphone had somehow picked up the sound of my breathing very clearly, and it sounds like I'm about to asphyxiate on the spot. I can assure you I'm in perfect health, and everything is okay, but it does sound a little bit strange, and so we are, at this moment, kind of debating and debilitating over whether to actually put that one out live or not. So when you're listening to this right now, you either will have heard it and you're thinking, what's all the fuss about? Or you won't have heard it because we've taken it away and withdrawn it from public service. Yes, so time will tell.
Yes, certainly. Yes. So with the BP, not BP, the Asda.
The Asda one.
Asda, sorry, not BP, my apologies, viewers, listeners. I saw him outside because, you know, on the last episode, I said I hadn't seen him for a couple of weeks.
Yes.
So I saw him outside and he had his hands on his hips.
Yes.
It was a warm day. It was, it was about 19 degrees.
Right.
So he obviously been sweltering inside. He managed to escape and just get some fresh air. So I was on the bus. So I just saw him like this.
Oh, did you wave?
Unfortunately, because I was on the bus, he was facing the actual building, not the actual road. So he couldn't have seen me.
But that's why you should have waved, because he wouldn't have seen you. You could have got away with it.
But I normally wave when I'm walking past, you see. That's what makes it more fun. Because he's looking at the window.
Yes.
And I'm waving at him.
Right.
That's what makes it more interesting.
And does he wave back?
No.
Oh.
He just looks at me and thinks, why is this person waving? But as I said, I'm checking, are you okay?
Yes.
But at least I know he's okay now. I've seen him out of the building.
Yes.
Hands on hips.
And he looked kind of all right.
But I don't know if he had hands on hips because he just escaped and he was exhausted from the escape from the building.
Yes.
He may have had lack of food, dehydration. Well, yes, you don't know.
No, that's true. Well, and he might have got locked elbows, which is why his hands were on his hips.
Could be as well.
Maybe he, had like a premature form of rigor mortis or something.
Could be.
Yes, I mean, all these things are possible.
Yes.
Well, when you go past next time, instead of just waving at him, he might wonder what you're trying to do. But if you're trying to make sure that he's okay, maybe you should take with you some kind of item that shows that you are concerned for his well-being. So, for example, if you, instead of waving, you kind of had in your hand at that moment something like a life ring or some armbands or something. You wave those as if to say, do you need these? And
okay.
Even though there's no water or anything for him to drown in right there, but he'll realise that you're concerned for his well-being, and then he might actually say to you, "Well, actually, what I really need is I need someone to bring me a key to get out of this straitjacket or whatever the issue is."
Well, it's fenced off, as you've seen it yourself. It's fenced off, so he's probably escaped, but he's probably thinking, "How am I actually going to get past the next level and then get over the actual wired?" Do
you think it's electrified?
Fence? Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe he'll have to tunnel his way out.
Yeah, that is an interesting point.
Yes. I don't know how I would have ever have coped with trying to escape from anywhere. I quite like the idea of it, all the heroism and everything. But I don't think I could have done with all that, burrowing down under the ground and all the mess and mud and everything.
So those escape rooms, have you heard of those?
Oh, I have. I haven't done one. Have you done one?
No, a couple of my friends have. They really enjoyed it.
Are they still stuck in there, though?
Lucky enough, they got out.
All right.
Yes. One of my friends, his son is autistic, so he worked out all the puzzles straight away. So he was just on it.
Right.
So he loved it.
Right.
So, yes. Yeah.
That's interesting. So if you could work it out straight away, in a sense, there'd be no challenge. What you really want is for someone to be able to work it out, but with a bit of difficulty. So what happens if you don't solve the puzzle?
After a certain period of time, then that's when you simply get...
Oh, they just come over the door anyway. And you go home with your tail between your legs, feeling how inadequate you are.
Yes.
And you've had to pay for the privilege.
Yes.
So now when I'm Prime Minister, I'll sort all that out.
How's the application going? Last time we spoke,
Well, I'm
you
glad
was
you mentioned
reconsidering.
that. Yes, well, it turns out that I need a referee, someone to vouch for my sanity. And I was wondering whether you might be willing to...
Your sanity, did you say?
Yes. Well, because I'd be in possession of all the nuclear codes and all of that. They have to make sure I'm not just going to push the button in a fit of madness.
That could be quite interesting.
Well, they'll be all right. If you give me a reference, it's okay. Then we are all done.
I'm scared to give you a reference because I've seen and heard certain things which may be a concern to the nation. Not to the nation, to the world, if you're Prime Minister.
Well, yeah, but I thought it was because you had things that would concern the world. That's what enabled you to gain office, like has happened recently in world leadership. If you're sensible and level-headed, and you've got a reasoned and reasonable approach to things, no one seems to be interested in you. Yes. I see. So you're putting me in that category, are you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's very kind. I'm very tempted to ask for more detail, but I don't know whether we might lose listeners.
That's what I was thinking as well. Yes, definitely. But have you done do you remember the Crystal Maze?
Oh yes.
Yes. My friends want to do that because you can actually go and do that. Not with the original host. It'd be really good though to do.
Yes, it
was amazing. I used to love that.
I used to watch it. It was compulsive viewing, and I even applied to go on it.
Did you?
Well, I was going to a particular church at that time, and there was like a little following.
Yeah.
We used to have our music practice every Thursday night.
Yeah.
And we made sure we finished it on the dot of 9 o'clock because that's when Crystal Maze started. Yes. And we go through the other room and turn the TV on. And it was actually a nice way to finish the evening.
That's good.
And it's got what they call the shoutability factor, because when they do a game that you've seen before, no, don't do that, don't do that, we're all shouting at it. And then one time, at the end, the credits are rolling, and on comes this voiceover saying, "If you'd like to take part in the Crystal Maze, write to this address." And we all looked at each other and went, "We've got to do that."
Yeah.
So I wrote off, and an application form came through, and you had to fill in all these questions. And we answered them, and they weren't that difficult. And I'm thinking, oh, okay. So we sent it off and never heard anything. But maybe they were wanting people who would get all the questions wrong, so that it makes them more of an entertaining show.
Maybe. Oh, well done for applying, though.
You're welcome. For example, one of the questions I can remember, I never found out what the answers were, see, so I can just tell you the question, see what you think. But one of the questions was, which word is missing from this sequence? And the sequence was written in numbers, the number 31, then a comma, then the number 31 again, then a space where you've got to write in a word, and then 31 the number again. See? And we thought, well, what's the word that goes in there? So we thought it was the word 31 written in letters. I don't know what else it could possibly be.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, that's the answer we put, and never heard anything again. Maybe foolish people might just put in 31 in numbers and not see that it says what it's asking for a word. I don't know. But whoever the first one is, they just set the standard.
They do.
Although that recent fellow, now what's his name? Richard Ayoade. Have you seen any of his?
Oh, is it back on?
Well, not at the moment, but they did do another series which has been and gone, but you can get it on catch up.
Oh, Channel 4. Oh.
Yeah, and actually he does it quite well.
Right.
It's worth a look if you haven't seen it.
Fantastic. Yeah. I will certainly have a look into that.
Yeah.
We got some banging going on at the cafe in Crystal Palace.
Yes, they're chipping away at the rice pudding from last night's cooking pots. Yes, or it might be when they've got the staple gun out to fasten the naughty children to the wall. I wonder what it is going on. Anyway, dear listeners, why don't you send us an email to tell us what you think all the cause of that noise is? That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Do you remember the one where there was a team that did really badly, and they had like 3 lock-ins or something, and they thought, well, we've started the team, we're going to end the team, so we'll buy out all of our team members, and they went to the Crystal Maze, the Crystal Dome, with 1 crystal. And Richard O'Brien said, okay, so you go in, on the first whistle, you may start collecting the tokens. And you must stop collecting when I blow the second whistle 5 seconds later. And he just laughed his head off, and so it started, and you just saw them grabbing everything they could, stuffing it all through the letterbox. And I can't remember exactly the exact result. But it showed him at the end holding this massive sheet of tokens. He said, well, considering you only had 5 seconds, you did very well indeed.
Yeah.
200 tokens. Unfortunately, 150 of them were silver, so you don't win anything at all. But you can have this crystal instead.
That's brilliant. That is fantastic. Yeah, I like that. That was absolutely.
In fact, you know, he's the composer of the Rocky Horror Show, that musical.
Yes,
and the reason
I've
why,
heard it.
See, now there's a little subtle link, because 10 minutes ago when we mentioned about the show I'm doing with Pete Gallagher, one of the songs in there is from the Rocky Horror Show. It's called Over at the Frankenstein Place. We're doing that.
Fantastic.
Yes.
That is fantastic.
So there you go. So it all links up together.
Yeah, that's really nice to hear, actually. So thank you very much for listening today. We will...
What, me? You're thanking me for listening?
Yeah.
I do put up with you an awful lot, don't I?
I have to put up with you.
Well, you can, yeah, but I didn't thank you for doing it. You just, you just lay yourself open to all of this.
Because I'm polite, you're not. See, this is why I don't want to give you a reference for being Prime Minister, you see.
Oh, because I'm not polite enough?
Yeah.
But when was that ever a prerequisite for being Prime Minister?
It's a prerequisite for me to sign the documentation. If you're not polite.
Okay, so what would I have to say to, persuade you that I was being sufficiently polite?
If I have to tell you what to say, then that's a problem straight away.
All right, well, let me try a few things. What about, Mark, how lovely to see you. Would you be so kind as to give me a reference? Would that do?
No.
Okay. Okay. Mark, what lovely shoes you're wearing. Even though I thought they might be rented, I bet they're not. I bet you really paid your own money for them and they're your own items.
No.
No. What about, when we do the taste test, you could pretend that you haven't actually tried the thing before, even though you have, because that's a good way to get into politics. No, that isn't going to work either, is it?
So let me just get my pen out and just definitely write, do not give, don't give.
But you realise what this is leading me to conclude.
Yeah.
I mean, whilst I get what you're saying about the politeness, I could be forgiven for thinking that you don't actually want to give me a reference.
It's not as if I've written it down or anything. It's in black and white now. Boom, boom. Anyway, so as I was stating, thank you very much for listening today.
Indeed, yes. Glad for your company.
Yes, and be nice to each other. Richard, what is your nice...
A nice finishing off quote?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'll give the listeners a chance to say it themselves, and then if in case they can't remember it, then I will say it. So here comes a few moments of silence. Listeners, do you want to slot in the quote now? Well done if you did, and if you didn't, the quote is, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. Thank you again for your company. We look forward to the pleasure of your company the next time when we join together for another jolly good natter over coffee and biscuits. Say goodbye, Mr. Cameron.
Goodbye, and have a good week.
And the same to you.
Thank you. Bye.
Goodbye.